Okay, now the next half of the P4, magnetism. Magnetic flux is BA sine theta. When angle is 90, then phi is equal to BA. B is equal to phi over A. Now the magnetic flux density around a current carrying wire is this, mu naught I over 2 pi D. Magnetic flux density in a solenoid. This is the formula exactly at the middle. Mu naught, number of turns, current, and the length of this coil. And number of turns divided by length is also called the number per unit length. It is represented by the small n. So sometimes it will be mu naught small ni. And then this formula, this is the formula in a flat circular coil. So the magnetic flux density at the center of the coil will be mu naught Ni over 2 times the radius. Now, from 2022 onward, mu naught value will not be mentioned in the data sheet. Its value is 4 pi into 10 power minus 7. We have to remember it. And then F is equal to BIL sine theta if the current carrying wire is placed inside the magnetic field. If the charged particle is entering the magnetic field, then the formula will be BQV sine theta. Then from this formula, the charge to mass ratio is equal to V divided by RV. V is the velocity, R is the radius, V is the magnetic flux density. So here, this magnetic force is converted into the centripetal force. Now the momentum from this formula is QRB. And then the ratio between electric field strength and the magnetic field strength, which are perpendicular to each other, is called the V. This is the velocity selection equation. And the Hall's voltage is equal to BVT. B is the magnetic flux density measured in Tesla. This is the velocity. And this is a separation between two plates, anode and cathode. And then the Hall's voltage is equal to BI over NQT. This N is the number density, mean number of the free electrons per unit volume, and the material. Q is the charge of the charged particle, like electron, and T is not time, this is thickness, I is the current. And then N phi flux linkage is NBA sine theta, and B is equal to F over IL sine theta. Then EMF induced is minus NB phi over dt, or just NBA sine theta over T. Now the power is IV, energy is equal to IVT, power I square R, energy I square RT, power V square by R, and energy V square over RT. For the RMS power or the mean power, we have to use RMS current and the RMS voltage. Then in transformer, voltage of the secondary divided by voltage of the primary, number of turns of the secondary over number of turns of the primary, in the current of the primary divided by current of the secondary, in voltage and the number of turns both are directly proportional, but the voltage and current in the transformer are inversely proportional. Next, alternating current. If we have sine of voltage at the current, then this has the RMS equal to peak voltage divided by under root 2, RMS current, peak current divided by under root 2. And if this is a square wave between voltage and current, then do remember in this shape, RMS and peak currents and the voltage both are same. So this formula, I naught over under root 2 or V naught only valid when there is a sine wave. Then for the average power, mean the RMS power, we will use definitely this RMS voltage, RMS current. So this RMS voltage mean the average, RMS power or the average power is peak power divided by 2, mean the 50%. So power DC divided by 2, it becomes the AC power. Next is the quantum physics. Thus momentum is h over lambda, the Broglie equation. Momentum is also energy divided by speed of light, because energy is mc square, energy is hf, and the threshold frequency is work function energy divided by Planck constant. Connect energy of ejected electron is hf of the photon minus work function of the metal, and the stopping potential is h over e into f minus phi divided by e, and kinetic energy is equal to work. Work is charge multiplied by voltage. So the charge of the electron EV. So half mv square is equal to EV. So mv is equal to h over lambda. And the speed of the electron, speed of the particle is h over m lambda. And If electron is emitted with high speed, it is converted into wave nature, then its de Broglie wavelength is Planck constant h divided by under root 2 MeV, or sometimes this EV is replaced with capital E in the total energy. This small e is the charge of electron, V is the voltage, but this capital E is the total energy, because work is energy and charge multiplied by voltage is energy, the charge of electron EV, so that's why E is replaced with capital E. And then energy of the orbits is minus 13.6 divided by n square. N is the number of the orbit. For the first, n is 1. For the second, n is 2. For third, n is 3, and so on. And then intensity is equal to power divided by area, mean energy divided by time divided by area. And energy is equal to NHF for the photons divided by this. And then the nuclear physics activity is equal to lambda n, dn over dt is equal to lambda dt. This lambda decay constant is dn over n divided by dt, and this dn over n is called the probability. So the probability of the nucleus per unit time to decay is called the decay constant. So dn over dt is equal to lambda n. Now n directly proportional to m, and m directly proportional to count rate directly proportional to a. So all are directly proportional. That's why n over n naught ratio, m over m naught, c over c naught, a over a naught is equal to e minus lambda t, because this decay is exponential, and the half-life is equal to 0.693 divided by lambda. And energy is mass deficit delta mc square. 1 U is equal to 934 mega electron volt, and 1 U is equal, okay, 931, and 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 joule, and 1 mega electron volt is 1.6 into 10 power minus 13 joule. We have to remember this. And the medical physics, so incident intensity is equal to the reflected intensity plus transmitted intensity, alpha reflection coefficient in IR over I naught, Z2 minus Z1, Z2 plus Z1 whole square. This is acoustic impedance. It's a product of density of the medium and speed of sound in that medium. So this transmitted coefficient, IT over I naught, is E minus mu X. And the received intensity divided by original, mean I received back from the reflection, divided by original, is alpha, beta 1, beta 2, alpha first reflection, beta for the down transmission, and beta 2 for the up transmission. If the same medium, up and down, then beta 1, beta 2 both are equal. So we will write then alpha beta square. Energy is equal to HF, then I over I naught is equal to E power minus KX, and the half value of thickness for the X-ray is 0.693 divided by mu. This is linear absorption coefficient. And the next, cosmology, intensity, power divided by area, energy divided by time divided by area, and then flux, intensity, luminosity divided by 4 pi d square, d is the distance. And then lambda max multiplied by time, multiplied by temperature in Kelvin is the constant, and V is equal to H naught D. This H naught is the Hubble's constant. V is the recession velocity. It depends on the distance, mean V directly proportional to D. So from this, we can write lambda 1 T1 is equal to lambda 2 T2, and the lambda max is equal to 2.9 into 10 power minus 3 divided by T. So this constant, mean the product of these two constants is this. And then this luminosity is equal to 4 pi r square sigma. This is Stephen Boltzmann constant into time power, into temperature power 4. This is Stephen Boltzmann's law. And then the change in lambda divided by lambda, change in frequency divided by frequency, change in speed divided by actual speed. This is the recessional velocity and actual velocity. And these are the wavelengths for the red shift and the blue shift. And then life of the universe, T naught age of the universe, is 1 divided by Hubble's constant. So this is the approximate value of the life, the age of the universe. So this is the important list of the formula. Thank you.